I felt worse the next day than if I had drank 2 bottles of rum.
I would imagine that after all of your years of success, that now you've probably been to more than a couple after parties. Do you have a favorite after party or the worst? You could give me your favorite or your worst. You don't have to name names, but tell us the favorite or the worst.
I mean, the favorite, Jimmy Kimmel had one a couple years ago after he hosted.
I love Jimmy.
I don't know. Well, I went to this amazing after party. We got there, and he had all these great chefs from LA that had set up little booths for their food. So you're eating, and there's great booze. And all of a sudden, I remember I started hearing Snoop Dogg. I was like, oh, cool, they're playing Snoop music. And then I looked, I was like, oh, no, Snoop's giving a concert right there.
No, he's actually right here. Yeah, I've seen that in movies and scripts, but never really been at that kind of party.
That was pretty great. That was pretty great. And I mean, as you get older now, after parties, you have to leave earlier. And I recently went to one for something I shot, and I was like, I can only have 2 drinks because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I don't want to feel bad. So I had 2 drinks, maybe 3. And on the way out, as I'm leaving, they had just dropped off pizzas, and I ate an entire pizza and a half in like 10 minutes. And I felt worse the next day than if I had drank 2 bottles of rum. It was terrible.
You should have had the 4th drink, baby.
I should have said the 4th drink. 4th drink instead, and just go home and go to bed.
To just qualify for anyone who hasn't watched After Party yet, it is not an animated series. It is a live action, hilarious movie. I love you and Tiffany, of course. The last time we saw each other was for The Oath, which if you guys haven't checked it out, you should watch. Your baby. But my husband and I, when we were watching this, were like, man, this is like some crazy kind of Agatha Christie, you know, it's Murder on the Orient Express kind of style, in that you see every single character's point of view of the same after party, and the after parties after a reunion. And I just thought the setup was so cool and fresh. Like, how much fun was this project?
I mean, it was a dream. It's written and created by Chris Miller of Lord and Miller, who did like the Lego Movie and 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street. And when he kind of laid it out for me, I was like, I've never heard of anything like this. Because like you said, it's about a high school reunion where there's an after party and someone's murdered. And each episode is from the point of view of one of the suspects. But that episode is told from the point of view and the genre that kind of suspect belongs in. Like, for instance, Sam Richardson is like kind of a romantic guy. So his episode is shot like a rom-com. I'm a sad middle-aged guy going through a divorce, so my episode is an action movie, of course.
And he's like the superhero in the action movie. And there's an episode that's like watching a Broadway musical, and it's like super uplifting. And every episode is so different and so much fun.